Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome. We pray you enjoyed the worship service, and now we're so glad that you've tuned in to participate in something just for our young people. We pray you have a wonderful time. Thank you for joining us.
Hello all, I'd like to extend a heartfelt welcome to MTZPBC Kids on behalf of our pastor, Elder Mylan Burwell, and the Mount Zion Primitive Baptist Church family. Here's a little time set aside to educate, encourage, and embark on a venture as we learn a new Bible verse with our youth in mind. Today's lesson is called One Rock, One Shot. Bible verse, 1 Samuel 17. Have you ever felt angry, afraid, happy, shy, sad, or worried? We all experience different feelings in overwhelming situations, but God is with you during these times. Imagine if you had to fight a big bully. They may be taller than you, they may be bigger than you, and they may even be stronger than you. How would you feel? Would you feel afraid? In our Bible lesson today, we'll be coming from 1 Samuel 17, the story of David and Goliath. So, let's get started. God's people, the Israelites, were getting ready to fight another army. David's brothers were soldiers in the Israel's army. They were camped with King Saul and the other soldiers on a hill. The other army was on the other hill across the valley. The army had a soldier named Goliath. Goliath was very big, very strong, and very tall. He was a giant. Each day, Goliath would shout mean things at King Saul and the Israelites. He would say, "Choose someone to come and fight me. If he wins, we will serve you. If I win, you must serve me." King Saul and his men were afraid. They used to fighting together, and Goliath was so big that no one wanted to fight him by themselves. One day, David came to the camp to bring his brother some food. David heard the giant yelling. David was very angry because all the mean things Goliath was saying about God and the Israelites. David couldn't understand why no one would fight Goliath. David knew that God was stronger than the big, mean giant. And David knew God would help the Israelites win. One of the soldiers told King Saul what David was saying, so King Saul sent for David. When David arrived, he told the king, "I will fight Goliath." And King Saul said, "You can't do that. You're just a boy." But David answered, "When I was taking care of my father's sheep, I had to kill a lion and a bear. I know that God, who helped me protect my sheep from lions and bears, will also help me fight the giant." So King Saul said, "Go, and the Lord be with you." Then David went and found 5 smooth stones to use in his sling. Now he was ready to fight the giant. When Goliath saw David, Goliath got angry. He thought the strongest and biggest soldier in King Saul's army would come out to fight him. But this person was just a boy. He didn't have a sword. He didn't have a spear. He didn't have a shield. He didn't have anything except a sling. So Goliath yelled, "Come here, and I will destroy you." As the giant came closer, David ran towards him. He put his sling in a shot the giant one time and struck the giant in his forehead. When the enemy's army saw what happened, they took off running. They ran away. David trusted God to help him, and God used David to help save the Israelites from the enemy. David trusted God to help him, so now let me ask you one more question. Who helped David be brave? Yes, you're right. God helped David be brave, and he can help you be brave too. When we face situations where we might be afraid, remember, just like David, we sometimes get into some problem situations, and not everyone is scared of the same things, but we all face problems. God helped David face Goliath, and remember that the Lord can help you. That's all I have for you guys today. Until next time, bye.
David was a kid, watching sheep was what he did, and he did it very well every day. He kept the sheep safe and sound when the lions were around, and he kept the wolves at bay. And then along came a day, all the people were afraid of the Philistine army coming round. They had a giant on their team, very hairy, very mean, and every day he called them out. He said, "You're weak and you're chicken and you're scared, boop, boop." And for the next 40 days he dared. Every day he would call for the best, but nobody thought they were up to the test. 'Cause he was bigger than the biggest, and taller than the tallest, and badder than the baddest of them all. He was rougher than the roughest, and tougher than the toughest, but David had a friend in God. Told him, "Get a rock, take a shot. Think you're little, but you're not. I'll help you do what you have to do. You're a whole lot bigger 'cause you're mine. Now get ready, aim, let it fly. One rock, one shot, one giant's gonna drop. You can take him down if you have to." So David volunteered, and it seemed a little weird. He was little after all, kinda small. But with God on his side, he paid no never mind to the giant who was super, super tall. 'Cause God is tougher than the toughest, buffer than the buffest, and better than the best of them all. So with a stone in his slingshot, David hit the right spot, and boom, the giant went down. One rock, one shot, one giant's gonna drop. You can take him down if you have to. One rock, one shot, one giant's gonna drop. All you ever have to do is ask him. It was the little guy, but God was on his side, and so he knew he'd be okay. Okay. Knew Goliath